Whoosh. Right. All right. The 24. Front and dorsal. Take a moment to feel your connection with the earth, not just standing on top of your the bottoms of your feet, but as if you're aware of the energy going through your feet into the earth, that connection you have, that relationship with the earth, if you'll have it that way. And shift from foot to foot a little bit. Feel how the body adjusts. And a few things to think about as we go through the form. One is that connection with the feet. The Tai Chi classics say, be really careful, be mindful of the difference between the empty foot and the full foot. So when you are going into a step, don't just dump your weight there, but sink into the standing foot and place the one you're going to bring your weight to mindfully, a little bit at a time. The body is changing from this one to that one. Think about the major joints, they're all connected. And when you start the form, raise hands. First step out and raise hands. Think about a space in the armpits, something like holding a small hen's egg in the armpits, just that much space. So the knot is kind of coming up, but you are engaging the whole body. As the hands rise, there will be energy traveling down the feet. It's very practical because otherwise you could fall over. Use your big toe as the break and the root, especially when you're coming forward on a pose. When you come forward full stretch, the big toe should be pushed into the earth as a root. The heel should be flat, and you should be able to look down and see the first third of your foot so you're not overextending your knee. Eggs under the armpits, roots, the big toe is a break. Now back to the balanced, even weight, standing Wu-Ji. And take a little breath tour through the body. Breathing from the earth up through the feet. Inhaling up the legs. Inhaling through the pelvis and up the spine and up the neck and out the crown gate of the top of the head. Now exhaling, sink your chi roots down through the bottoms of the feet. And then inhaling, put the weight on the right leg and extend the left and sink the heel and then bring the weight to the middle of these two legs. Heels down, inhaling, raise hands. Remember the egg. Lower hands and sink. Your tailbone tucks just a little bit. The pelvis rolls a little bit. Now shifting left, the right arm floats up and the left arm revolves. And then you sink back and step around and part the wild horse's mane. Pick up the back foot, half a step. Stork cools his wings. From there, we're going to do the 3 brush knees. So I back up. And the rotation comes the spine and the right arm together. And then you sink and turn. Right hand up, left foot forward, brush knee. Back, out with the left toe, up with the left arm, brush knee. Back, full leg and back, empty leg and front. Third brush knee, then pick up the back foot, bring it in and forward half a step and stand on it to play the fiddle. Repulse monkey. Nice, easy breathing, letting the body breathe as it wants to. Fourth monkey, circle and close, slight crouch, step wide with the left foot for the ward off left. Turn the torso, rotate the forearms, roll back. Turn and connect the circle for press. Sweep. Shift back, push down, and then push forward. And then we're going to turn around. So I'm going to give myself a little room. You can see all my arms and everything. Big swivel. And ward off. Right. Turn, roll back. Turn and connect the circle for press. Sweep the hands. And push. And turn around for single whip. I'm going to back up a little bit. Single whip. And wave hands like clouds. Pigeon toe the right foot. Single whip, number 2. And then you pick up the back foot for pat the horse high. The right hand is as if you're holding, I don't know, a package here. Something like that. Elbow is not up, it's down. So that if you make a slight adjustment, you've got the double ward off. Now you're going to sink and step out left and circle right. And your target is the corner for the heel kick. And you straighten the waist from this standing position and step wide, strike with double fist. Retreating, hands open slowly, toe kick to the back corner. Gentle and slow. And then you step wide again, adjust the front foot, adjust the back foot. Snake creeps down on the left leg. And golden rooster stands on the left leg. Up like that. Then you do those two on the other side, the right leg. Shoulder strike, adjust, sweep, golden rooster. Now stepping out with the left foot, I close in, winding up, looking over my right shoulder. For the first, fair lady works the shuttles. Stretch. Shift back, adjust, pivot, step. Second, fair lady. Then you pick up that back foot and you make a quarter turn clockwise and needle at the bottom of the C. Fan through the back. Corner block. Twist step. Back fist. Parry and punch. Apparent close up. Forward push. Turn to the front. Cross hands. Lower hands rise and step together. There we are. Smooth out the carpet wrinkles. Internally and out. Now we do the dorsal view, same thing, only this time Let's do it just the form, without all the commentary. Step out, raise hands. Lower hands and sink. Raise the right arm. Part the wild horse's mane 3 times. Stork cools his wings. Brush knee 3 times. Play the fiddle. Repulse monkey 4 times. Circle of close. Grasp the bird's tail. Ward off. Roll back. Press. And push. Turn around. Grasp the bird's tail right. Ward off. Roll back. Press. And push. And turn around to single whip. Wave hands like clouds. Single whip. Pat the horse high. Heel kick. Separate the feet. Strike with double fist. Toe kick. Snake creeps down and shoulder strike left. And golden rooster stands on the left leg. Snake creeps down, shoulder strike, and rooster right. Fair lady works the shuttles. Right and left. Needle at the bottom of the C. Fan through the back. corner block, twist step, back fist, parry punch, apparent close-up, forward push, turn to the front, cross hands, lower hands rise and step together. And there's the dorsal view. On Thursday, I believe we got to stork cools his wings. Stork cools his wings. Little clay master, present to me from long ago. So, when we step out and raise hands, the first sequence is this, the opening. Step out, raise the lower hands, and part the wild horse's mane. 1, 2, and 3. Call this the third one. And there's your stork cools his wings. He does it much better, the little statue guy. So, raise the lower hands, part the wild horse's mane, stork cools his wings, brush knee, play the fiddle. That's the first collective sequence of the 24 form, which takes you here, here, and here. And then after that comes the winding back up to the center, to the place where you started the form with the repulse monkey. So let's just do that first sequence. Step out, raise hands, lower hands and sink. Equally balanced until you shift to the left leg and close and step out to wild horse's mane, left and right. And left. And then stork cools his wings. And then the brush knee. Again, left and right and left. And play the fiddle. And now you start the repulse monkey. So for that opening sequence, the raise and lower hands, you start from your balanced, centered Wu-Ji stance. You shift to the right leg and extend the left and then pull to the center and sink. This is where you put your chi glue on the bottoms of the feet so you're fully connected to the earth. Raising hands is an inhalation. And you're breathing the backs of the wrists up. So you focus your breath there and you let the dantian roll the arms up. You don't want to be using your shoulders, having your shoulders all cramped. It's almost as if you're leaning back like that, except that you're rolling the ball of the dantian. And at the same time, You can feel your abs gather and tighten. At the same time, you are letting the chi, the energy, extend down through the feet, down into the earth to give you balanced roots. If you're lifting these, you want something to compensate. So think about your roots are sinking into the earth, down at least as deep as you are tall. Then lower hands and sink is the next call. Step out, raise and lower hands and sink. Now you're in your working crouch. About like that. Depending on the strength of your legs, if you're really strong, you can go lower. And if you are having problems with your joints, you want to stay nice and tall, but no locked knees. So raise and lower hands and sink. And again, we are evenly distributed between the 2 feet until you shift left and turn, closing the hip. The right foot swivels on the empty heel, no weight on that foot. So you close the hip, and that brings this foot to the 45-degree angle relative to the front position. This is the 245s. If you think about your invisible rectangle that the form is figured in, then the X that marks the middle goes along these 45-degree axes from the front corner to the back on either side. And when I make this turn, if I left that foot there, they would be parallel, both pointing 45. So the mechanism is shift, pivot, and close the hip. And then when you step around, you don't go in front of yourself, but you swing the foot out to on a kind of an arc so that you have shoulders width between your 2 feet when you place that foot and come into the stance. And you can always check that shoulders width. If you are in the stance and you think it's too narrow, then come back and bring that front foot straight back in a line, and then the other foot turns in, pivoting on the heel. That's too narrow a stance that I've got. I want shoulders width. I want this much width between the legs. So when I do my close here, just the footwork, and shift back, then I let my foot swing around like that before I put any weight on it. And with the hands, it looks like that. Right, you have a little cluster of 3 of the wild horse's mane. And on the third one, you go to the transition phase. From lines 1 and 3, that shoulders width, you come forward and bring the back foot half a step in and half a step forward. From here to here, and then you stand up on the back leg and your slight crouch. Cat stance on the front foot. Then the next cluster is the brush knee. 3 wild horses mane, 3 brush knees in between the punctuations. Stork, and fiddle, fiddling around. Okay. Once again, raise and lower hands, shift and close. Wild horse's mane. 1, 2, 3, call this the third one. Bring in the back foot, stand up, stork, and then brush knee. 1, 2, 3, call this the third one. Pick up the back foot, lay the fiddle. So here, the third brush knee, you pick up the back foot, and then as you sit back, you come into this configuration. The brush knee has this striking hand here, your right hand, and as you adjust your position, it turns and sinks a little bit. which is a very natural thing for it to do as you are adjusting the body. The other hand, the brush knee hand, which has gone down here, as you pick up the foot and sink, it rises a little, and then they both sink together as you settle onto the heel and the slightly bent knee. The position here is the right hand protects the left elbow, the joint right here. And the martial arts application is someone has punched at you and you have grabbed the fist with one hand and the shoulder with the other, and you are working the joint against, the joint wants to go this way, if at all, and you are doing it outward. So you're going to break the elbow unless they back off. That's what this is about. All right. On Thursday, we will go from there. Let's do the I Ching form, starting with the feet together. Again, our 45 degrees, turn out the toes, and then turn out the heels, just enough that you are slightly knock-kneed. Again, put down your chi glue so your feet are flat and connected to the earth, and you have your roots of chi, energy extended into the earth as deep as you are tall, coming up through the body and out the crown gate. So you are connected to the earth through the soles of the feet, connected to the heavens through the top of the head. From that deep energy root mingling with the earth, start to breathe in and inhale up through the body. Breathing through the feet, breathing up the legs, up the spine. Take the breath into the shoulders and slightly inflate the shoulders. And when you exhale, allow the shoulders to round just enough that the hands go from the body's sides to in front of the thighs. Use the big toes, and inhaling, breathe the backs of the wrists up, just like opening the 24 form, to shoulders height. And then exhaling, open the curtains. Circle the hands until they point away from the shoulders. And then inhaling, leading with the fingertips, circle the hands overhead, floating up, keeping the shoulders down, passive. And exhaling here, press up with the palms and breathe down at the same time, down your roots, all the way down into the earth. And then inhaling, from that depth, breathe up through the body, all the way up through the legs and the spine and the arms and out the fingertips. Big breaths, huh? Exhale, release, float the palms down to shoulders height, sinking lightly. And inhaling, rotate the shoulders inside so the arms rotate down the length and turn the palms up. And then exhaling, circle the edges of the hands into shoulders width. And inhale both palms toward the face. And let the backs of the fingers roll lightly together. And exhaling, sink the joined hands down the center line, letting the hip top float free. Chin slightly in. Inhaling, rotate the forearms so the palms come to face the body. Hinging at the elbows, keep opening the forearms to parallel shoulders width. And then exhaling, compress the chi, the energy between the hands, without using strength, just leading with the heels of the hands, compress the energy, bring the palms close but not touching. And then inhaling, breathe, open that cloud of chi, leading with the backs of the wrists. The whole body is breathing. The skin, the hair, the joints, the muscles, the bones. Exhale and compress the chi. Inhale and expand that ball-shaped cloud, roughly ball-shaped. Exhale and compress the chi. And then inhaling, expand it once again. And exhaling, release. Let the ball float there while you release the hands to drift down. Round the shoulders. Inhaling, engage the big toes. Lift the ball cloud up to shoulders height. And exhaling, release it. Open your heart, spread your wings. When the hands are pointing away from the shoulders, inhale. Put a little attention to the insides of your heels. Inhale, circling the edges of the hands up. And exhaling, press up and sit down just a couple of inches, stretching the spine. And then inhaling, reach up, connect earth and sky. And exhale, float the palms back to shoulders height. Inhaling, rotate the shoulders internally, turn the palms up. Exhale, circle the edges of the hands into shoulders width. Inhale the palms toward the face. Exhale the joined hands down the center. Inhaling, rotate the forearms, hinge at the elbows. Breathe the ball cloud open, engage the big toes. Exhale, compress the chi, heels flat. Inhale, expand the ball cloud. Whole body breathing. Exhale, compress the chi. Inhale, open up the ball cloud. Exhale, compress the chi. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release. Empty the palms, let them drift down around the shoulders. Engage your big toe roots. Inhaling, lift the ball cloud on the backs of the wrists up to shoulders height. Exhale, release. Open your heart, spread your wings. Inhaling, lead with the fingertips, circle the hands overhead, heels flat and slightly heavy. Exhaling, press up and sit down. Inhaling, reach up, connect earth and sky. Exhale, float the palms down to shoulders height. Inhaling, rotate the shoulders. Turn the palms up. Exhale, circle the edges of the hands into shoulders width. Inhale the palms toward the face. Exhale the joined hands down the center line. Inhaling, rotate the forearms, hinge at the elbows, expand the ball cloud, whole body breathing together. Exhale, compress the chi. No tension in the shoulders. Big toes engaged. Inhale, expand the ball cloud. Breathing at all cardinal points in the body. Exhale, compress the chi. Easy, feel that resistance, something like reverse magnetism between the hands. Inhale, expand the chi ball. Exhale, compress. Inhale, expand, whole body breathing the chi cloud large and active. And then exhaling, compress and gather it into the body. Ladies, have the right hand next to the body. Men, have the left. Bring it to the area around the navel. And breathe into the dantian, the power center. Thank you very much for coming to class. It's no longer coming out to class, it's sort of coming over to class, but we still appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I hope you have a wonderful, looks like a sunny day. Smile, Elizabeth. Thank you. I don't know who all came today.
Ciao.
Okay. Very good. Thank you all. I hope to see you on Thursday. Ciao, ciao, ragazzi. Bye, bye.